Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. We're playing some Assassin's Creed Origins here, which I recently picked up on the Steam summer sale for pretty damn cheap. I had, I had been super interested in this game when it was coming out, but when it finally did come out, I think it came out on like the same day as like a couple other things that were also super interesting. And it just like this got swept under the rug. Time went on, and then Odyssey came out, and I was like, okay, I'll just pick up the newest one. I picked up Odyssey, and I didn't really... I played it for a little while. It was all right. But I was still sort of interested in Origins because I really like the Egyptian aesthetic and Egyptian history and culture and stuff. So, finally gotten around to playing it, and yeah, I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Is it the best Assassin's Creed? No. I mean, the whole like RPG system and like massive open world, it's cool, but you know, you lose something with the whole big open world thing where it's not everything feels like very handcrafted, and it feels like there's some repetition going on and stuff like that. And with the RPG system, it's like it's just sort of weird. Like a human is not just a human. Like he's like a superhuman, and I can't do anything to him. Even if I shoot him in the head with an arrow, it does nothing because he is superhuman powered. And I don't know. It feels sort of weird. You know, like if you play like Splinter Cell, but suddenly, oh, you can't hurt that guy. He's too powerful for you, Sam. Sam Fisher, you need to keep leveling up. You're not powerful enough to break that guy's neck. It's just sort of odd. But you know, I'm enjoying it. So I just, you know, the problem with this is like I tend to get into these modes when I play open world games where I have to do everything, and there's just so much fucking things to do. Too much to do. Like the main quest I'm supposed to do is like level 10. I'm level 19 now because there's so much stuff you can do. I don't even have the hidden blade. I don't know when you're supposed to get that, but I've been playing like stealth approach, and I'm if you don't have the hidden blade, all he does is just like knock him out, which works, but I have abilities now that require the hidden blade that don't work because I don't have it. So I don't know. It looks pretty good though. On PC, you know, I switched over to 16:9, but I have been playing in ultra wide, and with like NVIDIA filters going on to bring out the color and stuff. I looks pretty good. Just kill this lion for some reason. I think the lion would just run away, but it doesn't. Anyways.
One foot in the blade.
Yeah, I've basically just been looking. I've been really into stealth games recently. Like, you know, Last of Us 2 has brought out the stealth instincts. So I was looking on the Steam summer sale just for some stealth stuff, and I was like, oh, Assassin's Creed, stealthy. not as stealthy as it once was. I mean, you could play this game and almost never do any stealth whatsoever if that floated your boat. But I also picked up Metal Gear Solid 5 on PC. I haven't played that game since it came out, so I'm gonna give that another try. I liked that game when I first played it. And I also picked up Metro Exodus, which I don't know. That game has some like performance issues or something. It did not seem to run perfectly on the God computer, so I don't. I'll have to look into that a bit more. And I also picked up a couple things for Two Brothers Play. I picked up A Way Out, which is a co-op game about two brothers escaping from prison, I guess. Which I figure that's a pretty perfect fit for Two Brothers Play once we get around to it. And I picked up, I think it's called Outward. It sort of seems like an open world-ish, Souls-like, perhaps, or something like that. So we'll give that a try down the line. But yeah. So I was on vacation this week. Went up north, northern Wisconsin, on a fishing trip, just for a few days. We had booked this trip back when we thought everyone was going to be much more busy with work before the coronavirus ordeal. So by the time the time came to go, we realized we could have just gone for like a week, but things were already in place, so we just went for a few days, a few nights. So let me, I took a video of our cabin in the woods on the lake. And I'm just gonna narrate over it and explain, show off the nice place we stayed at. It was pretty good. Now we started, of course, I started the video in vertical because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You can tell that I don't shoot many videos. Walking into this cabin, it was not entirely cheap, but it was pretty luxurious, so I guess it was worth the money. So this, coming into the entrance here, this is the point where I decide to flip it. So there we go. So this is the main living area. This is where we spent most of our time inside the cabin. These big, tall ceilings. A nice couch and some lounge chairs. Then the kitchen is a very sizable kitchen. We left it, we're pretty messy, but you're on vacation. You're not going to be fastidious. And right above that was like this loft area. I'll show that off in a second. Then we have the master bedroom. And since I paid for the trip, I took the master bedroom. So my room, of course, is also messy, but it was very big. It was a very big room. And I brought my own TV, playing a little Final Fantasy VI there. That's actually a ROM hack. The reason I brought my own TV is because their TV, you can see here, it's got composite and S-video out. Or in, whatever. And I knew that TV was going to be trouble because I saw it in the pictures and I saw that the size of the fucking bezel. And I was like, this TV was made 18 years ago. I'm bringing my own, so I know that it has HDMI in. Then we have my bathroom, the master bathroom, with on these giant double doors that lead into it. This massive walk-in closet that I didn't use. I mean, somebody could have slept in that closet. It's crazy. I really did not need this much space, but the master bedroom was the only bedroom that had one single bed in it. Every other bedroom had like 2 or 3 beds, and it was just like, no, I'm gonna take the single bedroom. So it had like his and her sinks on both sides, so you had double the sinks. The toilet in its own little room there, and just a nice shower. Nothing extravagant with the shower or anything, but it was good. It was good. I've had far worse. So yeah, my room was very nice. I spent a decent amount of time in there, because it was just like I had my gaming laptop. I watched like Kitchen Nightmares and played some Splinter Cell and Final Fantasy VI. We did have a fireplace there, but we didn't use it. And you saw my bedroom also had its own fireplace, which I didn't use. We had a nice deck out here, balcony with a table and chairs, the grill overlooking the campfire and the lake. It was a good view. I mean, not amazing, but pretty solid. And this TV, also the same one as in the master bedroom. Ancient TV with fucking ancient inputs. So we did end up watching a movie out there. I brought my TV over there, plugged my laptop in. It did have cable, so I think they watched something on cable. Big old garage. The only problem was there was like all this garbage from the last people that stayed there, and the cleaning crew didn't take out the garbage. And then we notified them that the garbage was sitting there. And they were like, okay, we'll come and pick it up straight away in the morning. This was like the first day. And they didn't show up at all. And so we told them about it again as we were leaving. They're like, okay, sorry we didn't get around to that. And they took like $100 off my bill. So I guess it didn't really bother us. It was in the garage. This is the loft area. So there was a bed right up here in the loft overlooking the main area there. Nothing too special, but it's another spot for a bed. That leads into the upstairs bedroom with a bathroom without a toilet, which is interesting. This is where all the kids slept, so of course it's a mess. Overlooking the driveway there. It was all pretty well, nicely cared for and cleaned and stuff, so they did have a different TV in here, a newer TV that says HDMI. It must have been on the other side, because that only had the same old bullshit. So we're not planning on coming back to this place, even though the cabin was really nice. The lake itself, the fishing was not spectacular. And our next door neighbor here was like the vice president of the lake association or something like that. And he lives on the lake, but he doesn't ever fish on this lake because it's just not great. He fishes on other lakes. So, yeah. And it's funny because whenever we go on a fishing vacation, we always go to a new place. We've never gone to the same place twice. Because we're always just not happy completely. And I don't know if we'll ever be completely happy. We really liked this cabin, this house, but it'd be nice to find a house like this on a good lake. Here's the downstairs. This is where most of the beds were. Here you have a bath, which is, well, with a toilet, a bathroom with a toilet. Then you have 2 bedrooms right next to each other, both with 2 beds. A little cramped, nothing too special, but it's a place to sleep. Then you have another bathroom, this time with a bathtub and shower. I'm sure that one was pretty well used. The laundry room, fine and dandy, nothing too special there. Then you have the downstairs like rec room, big old sofa, fireplace, like another kitchen down here with no stove, but a refrigerator that we used. There is a TV above the sink, which is weird, but there isn't any TV in this like rec room area. Crokinole board that we brought. We did have a Crokinole tournament, which I ended up winning. I didn't expect. I had offered up a $10 prize to the winner, and I ended up winning, so nice. And then there are games that they had stocked there, some bullshit like Uno and Connect 4. It's like standard nonsense. And then like the little sunroom, or whatever you call it, enclosed porch or whatever. I don't know what they call it. That was it. That is where we stayed. It was a good vacation. We all enjoyed it, but I mean, we especially enjoyed the house. But the fishing left something to be desired. So who knows where we're going next time? Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Anyways, moving on. Talking about videos. This week on this channel, The Last of Us Part 2, of course, and Dragon Quest 3.
Hey.
Which both of those will be continuing. Dragon Quest 3 will, I believe, will finish this week. Not exactly sure, but it's pretty close. Pretty damn close. And that'll roll right into Dragon Quest 4. Last of Us 2, I have a crap ton of videos to go, and I have still not beaten the game, so that one's gonna go on for a while.
Wait a second.
You are dead!
God, this aiming is so weird. There you go. And we also had two brothers play Code Vein. And I had brought it up to him, the possibility of switching, and he was perfectly fine with it. He would have also kept playing Dark Souls, but I don't know if he would have enjoyed it as much, so screw it. I mean, maybe he'll come back to Dark Souls at some point. Maybe Code Vein will help make him just a better player, and then he can handle Dark Souls without getting as frustrated. I don't know. There's a cat following me. That's nice. Yeah, that's that. We didn't have Roll Mangg this week. They didn't play at all, from what I understand. But we will be playing tomorrow, I believe. I assume. And then I think the next 2 weeks after that, I think Realm is missing. I don't think we're gonna just skip 2 weeks because of Realm. And I didn't really want them to skip because of me either, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I assume we're just in for Dungeon World at this point. All right, then over on the exploring series this week, I uploaded a video on the Hereafter, DJ Cactus's take on the end of death. DJ Cactus was really pleased with the video, so that's good. Viewership overall was pretty solid. Pretty solid all around, so I can't complain. People seem to like it.
Going to risk the trip?
So she said,
And that was that.
so they see it as a new start.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Then
Yes, but they say it is a promise of a new life.
nice.
If you
I had prepared before I left on vacation a video on a reading of The Stars Do Not Wait for You. That'll be going live tomorrow, so hopefully people like that.
Well, I'll wait for Nufure to get settled in my...
And then I'm also working right now on a D&D video about mimics. Those dastardly mimics. There isn't a whole lot to say about mimics that people don't already know. I think the interesting part of that video is like looking at mimic variants and like other type of mimic creatures. Like mimics that can like turn into houses and stuff like that. Gazebo mimics. The standard mimic is just like, yeah, I mean, we get it. It doesn't have like its own big culture or anything like that, or detailed history. So it probably won't be an incredibly lengthy video, but you know, you gotta cover mimics. And then I think the next D&D video after that is about mind flayers, which will be pretty interesting with their own like culture and history and stuff. Pretty important video. And then the next SCP video I'll be working on is about the Apotheosis canon, where humanity becomes like gods, and the Foundation isn't too interested in that sort of bullshit happening. So I think it might end up being 3 parts. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't formulated it all. So
This area is off limits.
next week is just part 1, and then we're gonna see. And I know that when people see part 1, that's gonna set them off. So I haven't, you know, the only multi-part stuff I've done so far is the Ouroboros cycle, which that Ouroboros cycle, that is a moneymaker right there, man. Like that combined video of all 5 parts counts for about 10% of my revenue every month by itself, which is just crazy. And I wasn't even gonna I wasn't even gonna put them all together. I didn't even think of it until a viewer suggested it. And when I had put it up, the Volgan messaged me and was like, "Oh, you know, YouTube doesn't really like when you do that, when you just compile your own videos like that." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know." And he's like, "Yeah, it seemed like someone that was just like fishing for views. It's like, well, no, I I didn't even think to do it. I didn't know it was wrong. He seemed to have a problem with it for some reason.
Nothing.
Someone shall pay for this.
But I'm glad that I did it because it's massive.
Hey, weapons ready. All right.
Hey, there you are.
Very good decision. So, if I could get another multi-part video that does half as well as Ouroboros, I'd be very pleased. And it's funny that Ouroboros cycle, it just like is consistently just like 10% of my revenue every month. So it just keeps bringing in views. And I think a lot of people just sort of like leave it on repeat and stuff. They just let it run and they'll loop it, all sorts of stuff. So it's not like, I don't know how many people are actually watching it every month. But hey, no matter to me.
You see something, Peter?
So
Far away.
I think probably for like revenue wise, it would probably be better to have 3 parts for Apotheosis, but that doesn't really enter my consideration. If it's better as a 2-parter, it's better as a 2-parter. That's just it. End of discussion.
Thoughts going.
Oh my god, this guy's fucking god.
Come, insect. Time to be exterminated. So, got you. Eat this, you shit.
I put his ass to sleep. You can put his ass to sleep. Oh no, he didn't go to sleep. Go to sleep. Alright, well he's dazed, I guess.
Die.
This guy's massive. Oh shit. Picked a bad time to use my special. There you go, there you go, there you go. Man, get riggedy wrecked. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Apotheosis. We'll see. I mean, I'm a little tackling a multi-parter is always like, it's a big project, but I'm optimistic that it'll pay off, so it's all good. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. I guess I don't really have much else to talk about. We didn't really play any board games at all. I mean, other than Crokinole. That was really the only game that was played on vacation. As for role manging, you know. Nothing this week, nothing much to talk about. So I suppose that's about it.
I think we've got company.
Bullshit, he saw me. I mean, what the fuck?
Come on then. Show yourself.
There you go. Alright. I mean, I guess I'll leave it off here then. I didn't... It was a vacation week. I don't really have much to say. Nothing really crazy or wild happened on vacation. It was just a typical family fishing trip. And that should be pretty much it for me for vacations now. Until November, when we're going on our little friend cabin trip, our gaming cabin trip, which is always a pretty good time. That's been booked. We're going back to the same place as last year, since we all liked it. And everyone's going, so it's all good. Everything else is just sort of canceled due to COVID. So, yeah. Fuck that up. There you go. God. No, that's not gonna work. Can I put him to sleep? There you go. Done. Knock him out.
Hey, what? Hey.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You did. All right. I'll leave it off here. So check out Stars Do Not Wait For You. Nice reading video tomorrow. We got more Last of Us Part 2 and Dragon Quest 3 coming your way. All good. My name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. See you fine folks next week.